fantastic.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, everybody? So today we're gonna see if we can get into After Effects without it crashing. For some reason, After Effects and streaming, I'm not sure why, just hasn't been working out for me. I think I solved the issue previously. I think it was some bloatware. So just some kind of minor issue between programs speaking caused by a program that was just there to control like RGB lights. So hopefully we'll see if that's all solved. I think it should be. I think we'll try a new scene here. Actually, what we'll do is let's remove this. Let's duplicate this. I think I kind of like this layout. We're gonna change this window capture to After Effects. There we go. Of course we want this over the top. Alright, probably make this a little bit smaller. Whenever we're doing, you know what though? It's like, the After Effects portion is just as important as me. So, I'm wondering if we should like, let's do this. Should probably get like some stuff going on in the background too. That's probably better. Maybe right there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's funny though is that it's actually showing you guys different screen than it's showing me right now. Which is pretty cool. Pretty interesting. There we go. Now we're seeing the same thing. Alright. So we're gonna attempt to do another overlay today. See if we can do this without having everything crash. How is everybody today? Guys having a good one? I hope so. Hope you are. Also waiting on some food to come. I just got a message from a friend who's supposed to bring me my food. Gonna be a little late. Just watched some guy get tasered by 2 cops while he was in his car with his hands up. Well, they live in Mesa, and Mesa PD is one of the most violent police departments in the nation, so that doesn't surprise me. Shout out to the police. Good work, y'all. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working with a special effect called Saber. So Saber is a free effect that you can get online. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. It was originally made for like people who wanted to make lightsabers for their video work and that sort of thing. So what I can do here is we add a new layer. We add a solid layer here. And I'll actually name this as Saber. That'll give us the oh, for some, why is it still not showing you guys? What the hell? Alright, give me a second. You're still not seeing what I'm saying for some reason. Okay, let me try removing this all together real quick. And I think before, another issue might have actually been display capture. I guess for some reason display capture uses a lot of resources. But if this doesn't work, let's see, capture method. Let's see. Yeah, and if you, again, if you're hanging out, shoot me a message in chat. It's always fun. Makes it a lot more, a lot easier for me whenever I see messages come into chat to kind of answer questions, do that sort of thing, right? So, but it's not like I'm a professional or anything like that. I'm just trying to learn things, just like everybody else. Just trying to get better. Alright, so... Okay. So I think I'm gonna have to do display capture. Okay, give me 1 second to get this squared away. I'm actually going to just go ahead and... gonna delete this whole piece, that way you guys can see what's going on, since that's not working for some reason. And we will shoot over to display capture, and we will pray. We will pray that nothing breaks when we do this. Alright. Okay, now you're seeing what I'm seeing. There we go. Chill. Alright. Probably not a big deal if I just do this all the way then. Alright. Cool beans. Alright. So back to it. Here's what we're doing, alright? We're making a layout, alright, for what you're seeing on screen. Like my camera, what we're doing is we are giving the border around my camera, okay? Like a little pizzazz, right? We're gonna do some color to differentiate it. Maybe even add my online name in there, which is Danstagram. We'll kind of figure out, you know, what font to use and how exactly we want to do that. We're starting out by using, as I said before, Saber, which is a free effect for After Effects from Video Copilot. Super cool tool. You can see that it looks like a lightsaber. That's what this was originally designed for. And since, right here, since we're using it for the border of my camera, even though this camera's not 1920 by 1080, typically it is. So for instance, if I come over here to my gaming preview, right, where a game would normally be in the background, you can see that my camera goes from square on the previous screen to rectangle over here. And so we'll have a perfect layout that goes around this. Just kind of adds a level of professionality to the whole setup here. So we'll come back over here to workflow right now. So what we want to do is we want to make this so it actually follows a mask. So if we do new mask, it'll give us this line, this yellow line around the border. Now typically you can mask like any kind of shape that you want. So I can make this into a star or a circle or pretty much anything, right? But what's convenient is this is already the exact size that I want it. So theoretically what I could do is I could actually come over here into my settings, which I know are a little bit small for you guys, but under render settings and under alpha mode, I can actually hit enable masks. And then under customize core, if I go to Saber and then I select layer masks, it will follow that yellow path. Now I haven't worked out why. For some reason it's not perfect. Like if I click out of this, right, you can see that the glow on the two sides is like not the same. Now the good news is honestly, I don't really want there to be a glow because I don't want the color, I don't want artificial color to drown out my image. Also, since I'm going to be exporting this as a static image, a PNG, the glow won't really look natural. It'll look kind of weird and it'll make the whole image that I'm sitting in kind of washed out, right? So the reason why is this is made for video, so typically this effect would be running over, you know, like a time span, and there would be kind of a natural flicker. So if you think about like lights, right, like the lights in your house, lights have a natural flicker to them. They're not typically static, right? Like even though a light bulb is a particular brightness, it kind of dims and goes in, gives you a flickering effect. This is super noticeable with what are they called, like those long light bulbs that you would typically see in office buildings. What are those called? Iridescent bulbs, I think. Yeah, I think. Or like neon is a really good example too, right? Neon flickers a lot. So this would just, like this here would just look unnatural, would make my image look washed out. It's kind of pointless. So we'll switch over. There's a few different kinds that are in here. For instance, like they have fire, right? I think fire looks pretty legit. Maybe a little bit, maybe kind of cool. A little bit much for my taste. There's arc reactor. This one's pretty cool. But yeah, these would all, like, let me see if I can play this for you guys. Yeah, you can see it's kind of like changing. There we go. So that's rendered. Now I could import this, and I could have this as like the border around me, but to me that's a little much. To me that's a little wild. If you were like, if I were to do a live stream for a car company, I would probably do fire. Let this render out real quick. But yeah, I'd probably do fire. Give my camera a second to come back on. There we go. So fire is pretty legit, but this is what I mean, right? Like the light changes. Actually, I should probably go back to Saber too, just so you can see. Yeah, so I guess it's default, right? So you can't see it quite as much here, but there is like a natural flickering that's going on. It's more noticeable over like a longer frame, because this here is just 24 frames, so this is like 1 second worth of video. So not the best example, but you definitely saw with the other ones. What did we do? We did arc reactor, burning. So the cool thing is like, if I wanted this kind of like busted frame here, I could use this. And and just export it as like a single frame of this as my image file, which is super dope, honestly. Because what this means is like I could pick, right? Like if I click play down here, I could pick any one of these frames, right? And I can mess with these settings and essentially take what is a preset and do a custom border for like any kind of live streamer, any photo, right? Like this is just a border. I could essentially just create a custom frame for anybody. That would be right. Like this snapshot here is totally unique from this snapshot here, which to me is super dope. Also, I need to figure out why my camera sometimes disconnects frequently and then other times it's fine. I got to get that squared away too. So let's kind of go through here. Cellular, I think, is too thin, right? Like, not really what we're looking for. Core, not really what I'm looking for. Electric, not really either. Energize, and I kind of previewed these already. So I'm thinking, let's see. There's neon, which still has a glow to it. I think neon's pretty cool. But neon has that slight glow, which I could edit. I could get it down to just like the actual neon bar. But what we would find is like in that neon, it would be it'd be closer to white because it emulates heat than like the pure color of pink. Like most of the color from neon comes from the glow, whereas the center's typically going to be white because it's that bright. So I believe there's one called thin. There we go. So thin. If you look at this gives us like a super clean border. There is a slight glow, but I can actually edit this all the way down. Let's see, there's gotta be, yeah. So if I click there, now you can see there's absolutely no glow around the edge here. If I want to thicken up the actual colored portion, what I can do is come over to, where is it? I believe it is core size up here. And I can actually make this as big as I want. So now here's the true color of it, right? This border's like pretty decent size. Probably look pretty decent on a stream, honestly. But the color, I'm not really a fan of the color, okay? And to be honest, this is like too blocky. This is like way too, I don't know, just like, this is way too clean, okay? So let's mess with the color a little bit. Let's see if we can find something that we'd like a little bit more. So this looks okay. Now we have to be mindful of what color backgrounds we're typically going to be having, right? So if you look behind me, normally whenever I'm streaming at night, and I'll use a like an RGB light, right, to kind of color the background a little bit, which would make this pop more. But if you look right now, like this border would probably blend into my background at this time of day, and that kind of defeats the purpose of the border altogether. Like that's not really what we want. So let's try changing it again. Ooh, you know what? For some reason, it's like not changing anymore. It's like barely changing now. I don't know why. Let's see. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we go, I don't know, man. Like the blue and the pinks, they look so clean, but I don't really like have a color palette for my brand. Maybe what I should do, maybe I should just do an animation where like cycles through all these colors. That would be pretty sick, honestly. But I'm not that advanced yet. I'm not sure how to do that without going frame by frame. But that would be pretty sick. Okay. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's just do a temporary. Okay. Let's do something a little grayscaled. Let's do let's go ahead and just do this guy right here. We hit OK on this. Pretty clean. Let's see. Let's bring this down to 1 frame. Actually, all I need is a single frame for this. And then let's go ahead and export this. To me, Adobe is bloatware, man. Adobe's wild. Also, if you've tuned in, thank you. I love you. So I'm going to export this as a PNG, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up in Photoshop, and then I have some ideas for like how to display my name. I was thinking like a slight transparent. So for instance, I don't think he's on. Let me see. No, but my buddy Levelhead, I really like the emblem that he has, and uses transparency as a way to kind of show the whole thing. Now this border, honestly, I think is gonna be too thick for my taste, but we'll get everything worked out in time. Oh no. Okay, hold on. So I actually kind of screwed up. Let's delete this file. what I actually want is I want the background here to be transparent. So whenever I go to render settings, composition settings, transparent is what I want the background to render out as. Also, I'm gonna see if I can enable a new mask real quick. Let me see. I believe I can. So effect. Everything's a little bit different on Windows. Like it's a little different on Windows than it is on Mac. And I'm still working on Mac. So for instance, on Mac, I don't know if I just like don't have it enabled, but whenever you go over here to help, you can literally like just type in mask, and then it just like pulls it down, and you can see where the area is, which is super dope. Like it's really nice seeing that. And I don't, let's see, track mask. No. Where? Layer, new. Not text. You know, I probably could do a text layer here. Let's see. No, because what it's gonna do, it's gonna end up masking the letters itself, and I kind of want the reverse of that. Oh, here's. Oh, okay. So what do I need to do? Probably need a new. Do I need a new solid layer? New shape, probably. Shape layer. Okay. I think that actually. Oh, so it's in the full rectangle. Okay. So let me. Because essentially, this is how I want to do this. Okay, so there's the shape layer. So then on shape layer, what I should be able to do is now I should be able to do a new solid over this shape layer. So Saber 2. Or I guess I could just have done it like that. What? It's way easier, I think. Okay. So let me. Okay, let's go back. Let's delete that altogether. I don't need a shape layer. I have this, right? So what I'll do from here is I'll just create another Saber layer.
Meats, one of the older cell-based protein startups, announced today that it has rebranded and is now Upside Foods. Perhaps more important, the company also announced that its first consumer product, cultured chicken, will be available to customers this year, pending regulatory approval. Founded in 2015, Upside Foods cultivates animal protein without the need to raise animals. The company is working on cell-based versions of different kinds of meat, but said in today's press announcement that it chose chicken as its first product because of its versatility in recipes and culinary applications, as well as its appeal across geographic regions. Let's see. That's kind of dope, right? Yeah, okay. There's an interview with Lauren Southern's husband and gave off really creepy Nordic white nationalism vibes. Beefeater, do you have that link? I thought she was married to somebody who was not white or something. I don't know.
I'm actually not quite sure how to do this next step.
What?
So what we're trying to do is do
that
like transparent
leg?
text.
Simply because the vaccine is not part of the coronavirus. What's your verdict on butts being part of the leg sport? So
Honestly, I guess I could just.
think
This might
they
actually
are
be super
connected, but
easy.
maybe
Hold on.
separate. They're connected but separate.
Let's
How
just
about
add a text layer.
Yeah, something like 5 million in rants, by the way.
It's like super
Wonder
small,
how much a sandwich
but
costs.
let's go ahead.
I don't know. Yeah, Lauren Southern, I gotta say, as much as I disagree with her, she knows how to talk. What is this? Cypher PK's wife being mad at him for 2 minutes and 17. I don't know who Cypher PK is. Okay, so this like.
It's just my.
Yeah, it is really cool though.
Let's path
We're gonna have
selection.
meatless meat soon. Would you guys eat human meat? If you could grow human meat? I mean, obviously, like, there would be,
So.
there'd probably be, like, some...
Let's
side
change
effects
this.
if
There
you
was
ate
a
human meat too often, you know? It's probably not good for you.
ink free. That one's kind of cool. Looks a little bit like Comic Sans, but I wish it showed my downloaded ones.
No cannibalism for me. Next topic is fish meat. Why do people think that fish isn't meat? It's clearly meat. Hell yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is one of my favorite animes. Long pork. Ass meat? What do you mean? No, just like meat. I don't know, human meat. Would you eat human meat?
Comic Sans, dude. Classic. This one's kind of cool. This could be a good one to. Let's just do this real quick. Let's see. What is my selection tool? I think my selection tool is V. It's the move tool. Okay, that's pretty small.
Let's see.
So
Airplane crashed. They did. Wait.
there should be.
That's
Let's
what you
see.
think. I got dragged into an hour-long debate on it. Roland, what the fuck kind of people do you talk to that?
Where's Transform? Where's Transform?
How do fish not count? Why do people consider fish not meat? I think it would depend on the cut and the build of the human. It would Maybe
Okay,
we can find
well,
an interview with the cannibals and see what they think about it.
let's just try. Let's try 200.
Oh,
Where does
people say
200
that
go?
human
Whoa,
meat
that's
tastes like roast beef.
dude. If human meat tastes like roast beef, I want in on that. Just saying.
Uh, Here it is. Biden signs executive order aimed at shoring up U.S. cybersecurity. By the way, guys, can I just say I was so upset. I was like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of person
Okay.
that the light will come on for gas and I still won't fill it. I'll like run that shit to the ground.
So now there
Anyways,
should be an opacity setting.
So my car had just the light went on and then the thing got announced and I was like, oh fuck. And so by the time I tried to go I got distracted by Kim Jong Roth. What the fuck is going on? Why are you talking about eating people? The stream title is where our butts start, and your article is about cybersecurity. I'm sorry. Kim
Opacity,
Jong-un.
where
What
are
did
you?
expect when you came to the stream? Anyways,
Oh, you're
I was
so
fucking-
dumb. It's
I
like
was
right
so-
there.
Okay,
Okay, so now what I want to do?
back to the topic at hand. Right?
Let's try. Let's just.
My gas light
Let's not even test this. Let's just export it and see what it looks like.
announced about the gas and all of that.
Export.
And
Quick
then
export
I was
as
driving around
PNG.
my town, and all the
I don't know where
gases- all
this
the
is being
gas
exported
stations are
to.
at the gas station I go to. We're out of gas. We don't have gas. Well, okay, all right.
Let's do it to desktop. Let's create a folder.
So I was very mad, and then I took my
No,
emergency
no,
gallon
no. Let's do
of
the pictures.
gas that I keep, and I had to load that up into my car while simultaneously spilling it all over myself. That was like yesterday. Yeah. I did not get caught in the gas.
Okay.
You have emergency gas? Is that common? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I keep like the little 2-gallon thingy.
All right. So now, let's see. Let's see.
Did you
So
fill
here's
your
our
plastic
entire
bag
face
with
cam
spare
here.
gas? No.
What we should be able to do.
No, actually, I think I keep it in.
Should be able to
the garage usually,
add
but it's just like a little 2-gallon red
a
canister or whatever.
image.
Anyways, I couldn't find
Name
gas.
this
at any gas
overlay.
station, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess I have to do this, like fucking
Browse,
fucked up
obviously.
shit. I don't know why I keep it in the garage. I should really just keep it in my car. Anyways, yeah, it's just like I don't know. I had to deal with that, and I was spilling gas all over myself while filling up my car with the 2
And there we
gallons
go.
I had. I still haven't filled up my car gas. I need to do that maybe tomorrow if there's any gas in the gas station.
Let's go to gaming.
So
We don't have it here yet. Okay. So let's go back
good
to
stuff,
full
guys.
face
Hope you
cam.
enjoyed my story about gas.
So
Gas
it's
is
okay.
Shaking my head. Thanks.
It's
Obama.
alright.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
I'm starving. Look, don't act like you haven't done it before, okay?
I think what I might actually prefer is like a
Sometimes
full.
I just don't want to go to the gas station. I'll just wait, you know?
Just trying to
It's not like I
think.
need it. I definitely don't need it now. I have like 40 more miles to go before I'm like actually empty.
This is fine. This is fine. Okay. So what we'll do? Let's add a
That's
group.
No miles.
See what this looks like when it's small.
Can you imagine the Colonial Pipeline's admin worker clicking the phishing email link, thinking that they are going to save a Nigerian king? But
Face
at
cam,
what
one word.
cost? At what cost? Oh man.
And let's drag those into there.
Look,
Okay.
yeah, that's not good.
So now what I want to do is copy this, and for gaming, what?
Okay, guys.
Let's paste the duplicate here.
These are the butt bones.
Let's actually remove this.
This is the butt muscle. South Carolina tomorrow. I hope I don't.
So
get
honestly,
stranded.
it's probably too
I
small.
hope we don't get stranded too. Explosion 85.
Doesn't look good.
Why are you driving
Does
to
not look
South
good for
Carolina?
And you can't even see the border on the right hand side.
Food's here.
Oh hey y'all. Food's here.
Are these images TOS safe? Yes, they're TOS safe. They're just butt muscles, okay? Lord and full. Oh, you're taking your kids to Monster Jam. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, oh my god. Did you guys hear about the fungal infections? Holy shit. Just looking at some interesting stuff to talk about. Yeah, in India. That's more naked than a regular butt. Yeah, but see, it's scientific, so it's fine. Yeah, here it is. Rare fungal infections that destroy eyeballs and kill are on the rise in India. Love it. U.S. withdraws 120 military. God, dude. Yeah, guys, sorry, I'm just trying to look for something interesting we can go on. Hmm. Oh, you're a hypochondriac? I'm sorry. Somebody wrote, I don't know why I subscribed to OC Poetry and read it, but somebody wrote something about his best friend's wife. And I don't know how to feel about that. U.S. withdraws 120 military personnel from Israel as violence continues. Oh, really? Oh, I have to pay for it. Oh, okay. Thanks. Oh, no, I don't have to pay for it. The U.S. has withdrawn approximately 120 military and civilian personnel from Israel who were in the country to plan upcoming exercises, according to a report. Citing a Department of Defense official, CNN Pentagon correspondent Barbara Starr says that the group left on a C-17 aircraft to return to a base in Germany. The continuing violence and lack of commercial air travel options were given as reasons to leave early on military transport. On Thursday morning, the C-17 was reported landing in Tel Aviv from Ramstein U.S. Air Force Base in southwestern Germany. The airport, United Airlines, Delta Airlines, and American Airlines have canceled flights between the United States and Tel Aviv. As airstrikes continue in Gaza and dozens of rockets are fired by Hamas militants back into Israel, the The death toll is mounting, with 7 dead in Israel and 87 killed in Gaza, including 18 children. Yeah, well, it's not good. Yeah, the fungal infection, I feel like I talked about this the other day on a stream, but um, there's like this, I guess, this fungal infection that's caused by like a steroidal medication, I guess, that they use um, in COVID treatment, and it's like this black fungus. Oh yeah, mucormycosis. Um, it attacks patients through the nose and the sinus, where it can aggressively spread to the facial bones, the eyes, and even the brain. In other cases, the fungus can also attack the lungs, breaks in the skin, and the gastrointestinal system, or spread throughout the body in the bloodstream. A classic feature of mucormycosis is tissue necrosis, the death of flesh essentially, in which the rhinocerebral form of the disease can lead to black discolored lesions on the face, particularly on the bridge of the nose and the roof of the mouth. Mucormycosis is fatal in around 50% of the cases. Yeah, it's really bad. Patients may even need to have their eyes surgically removed to prevent the infections from spreading further, according to doctors who spoke to the BBC. Dr. Akshay Nair, a Mumbai-based eye surgeon, told BBC that he treated 40 patients with mucormycosis in April. 11 of them needed to have an eye surgically removed. Total number of cases is unclear, but the media reports have tallied dozens to hundreds of cases. Dr. Renika Bradu, head of the ear, nose, and throat wing of Sion Hospital, Mumbai, told BBC that doctors there have seen 24 cases of mucormycosis in the past 2 months. Usually they see only about 6 cases in a whole year. You've got a high rate of mucormycosis, you've got a lot of steroids, maybe too much, being used, and then you've got diabetes, which is not being well controlled or managed. It's tripled in. I hope the COVID variants don't spread to the US. I hope not as well, but we do have a vaccine advantage over a lot of countries, I guess. What did Biden do? Oh, he signed an executive order aimed at shoring up U.S. cybersecurity. Let's see. The executive order doesn't specifically mention the affected oil and gas infrastructure, but the White House pointed to the attack as an example of the need to do more to protect the critical infrastructure. Everything's about infrastructure. God, dude, I want my infrastructure so strong. The 34-page executive order outlines a number of steps aimed at shoring up the nation's cybersecurity. It includes a call for the removal of contractual barriers to reporting federal agency breaches, the reporting of severe cyber attacks within 3 days, the establishment of a cybersecurity safety review board to investigate significant incidents, the creation of baseline security standards for development of software sold to the government, and the creation of a standardized playbook and set of definitions for government response to cyber attacks. Interesting. Okay, anyways. Hi, Calpernicus. Stoic Viper says, by the way, Stardust, your animation thing is adorable. It fits the channel well. Thank you. I appreciate it. More art coming soon, actually. Very excited. Okay. Oh, here. While the action emerges amid the backdrop of colonial crisis, work on the order began in wake of last year's SolarWinds hack. Biden administration firmly attributed the hack to Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service, or SBR. Russia has denied involvement in the hack. Wow. Did I miss the butt and legs combo? No, that's an ongoing conversation. It's not ending anytime soon, so you can make the decision for yourself. You decide. The decision is in your hands. I don't know. What do you think, Calpernicus? Take a look at the musculature. Take a look at the bones. What do you think? Butt is singular, no? That's what I think. I think the butt is its own entity, and like the legs are just detached. Like, look at this. They're so weird. They go in so weird. I think we're just a big lasagna. Everything is lasagna. What? You think butt is part of the legs? What the hell?
You wouldn't be able to
You
walk
wouldn't be able
without a
to walk
butt.
without a butt. I guess that's true, but you wouldn't be able to walk without a lot of things. Like, you can't walk without a brain. I can't walk with gravity. Okay, the butt is for sure part of your legs. Is it? I don't know. I think it's just connected.
The butt is for sure part of the leg. Like, think about where your hip bones are. Alright, hold on. We need to go to, let's go to our study. And let's window capture.
Everything is connected, so we are all butt.
True.
How many holes are in a
True.
human?
How many holes are in a
Are the
human?
butt and the mouth just part of the same hole? That's the real question. Bernie
Yeah, the
Sanders,
butthole's
at a
actually a
time
tunnel.
when we
It's
see
not a
so many
hole.
of our nation's needs going unmet, we have got to ask ourselves, why are we spending more on military than the next 12 nations combined? Maybe because our biggest export is military, my dude. I get what you're saying, but our biggest export is the military that we provide, the security we provide.
All right, let's switch it up. It's getting late. Let's get into some video games, maybe.
The butthole is actually a tunnel, not a hole. What's the difference between a tunnel and a hole, Dancegram?
A hole has a bottom. Not.
Tunnels have... No, holes can go... Holes can have ends, and tunnels can have ends. But the end is just another hole, right? Or is it just the same hole? I don't know. It's just one opening. Or two openings. I don't know. Two openings, one hole?
I need to get an alert animation going, that's for sure. So what I should do is Stream Elements. Stream Elements has alerts.
Not to mistake bottoms with butts in this instance. A tunnel is a hole, but a hole is not a tunnel. A tunnel is a long... Can somebody pull up the dictionary definition of hole?
My overlays. What? Okay. So unnamed overlay. Edit? So I think I can do like a whole oh yeah. Welcome to the new editor. Our mighty overlay
Why
editor
is this
just
guy
got
on
better.
Reddit writing a
Okay.
fucking poem
Browsing
where
and
he
adding
calls for
widgets
his
has never
wife?
been
It's just
easier. Click on the
weird.
plus button.
Why would you do
Okay.
this?
Next, emulating actions. Naming your overlay.
Oh, guys, when people say, how come we haven't gone back to the moon? You know, now we can tell them, yeah, we're going back to the moon.
Yeah, I want an alert box.
When people who deny the moon landing, you know?
So that's like pretty big, honestly. I think we want it.
God. Hole doesn't
Over
need a bottom.
here, right?
Things can have holes, for example. Oh, Calpernicus, why? Swift Indignation says, Stardust, you never wrote a poem for your best friend's wife? No, I've never felt the need to do that.
Okay. Sick. Sick beans. Sick beans. So I think that's what we want. Copy overlay URL. And then I think we want to add a browser source.
You want me to read the poem?
I guess I just... Shit, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. So let's try that there, and then let's try emulate, preview live on stream. Yeah. Emulate a follower event. It's not working! It's not working! Okay.
What the fuck is this?
So let's remove this. Oh wait, did it work? No, it didn't work, did it? Didn't work at all.
This reads like fucking erotic fucking poetry. This guy wrote... Just a second. Just a second.
Okay. Next. Next.
Okay. New Year's Eve. My best friend's wife is like a moon, in my company never far, always facing me, drawn and repelled a visible distance away. She likes to come over for dinner, and she likes to sneak me bottles of champagne, placing them between my legs, with a wink, a hearty laugh, or
But
a knowing
actually,
glance.
like, I don't
I like
know.
to pretend that I can't open her bottles.
How do
on my
I
own,
get you to
or that I'm
show
scared
up?
to, so I lure her down from her safe perch above, as she risks becoming larger and larger in my night sky. I don't like this. Her hand twisting metal, massaging cork. Oh, come on.
I'm
trying in
using.
vain to
That's even the
smother
weird.
the
I'm
delightful
using Stream
contraband
Elements'
of my abundant carbonation. My wife and her husband don't like
not even using Stream Elements.
proprietary sparkling wine as much as we do.
Stream Elements. Stream Elements.
Why did I subscribe to this?
Stream Elements.
Why did I subscribe to the subreddit? Why? man is just outing his affair. Drew. What in the fuck? Imagine being his wife or his best friend and reading this shit. Why? What are the comments? Somebody just typed good. I don't like this. I don't like fucking OC poetry is like,
Click on the link. This will copy your
Unethical
overlay
or
browser link.
whatever.
Take that link into your preferred create a browser
I don't
source and
like
place that link into the source.
very unhappy with that.
So you have to add it. Okay. I thought I did that already.
What the hell? Sorry, lol.
Browser.
What did I tune into? It was me reading the
Okay.
r/OC poetry subreddit. Where some guy wrote a poem about
Control
his
V.
best friend's wife and her massaging his
Open and stream.
pork.
Okay. So now, if I emulate follower event,
Press harder. We can do this.
well, I heard it,
But if you haven't got vaccinated yet, now is the time.
but I didn't see it.
Over to Dr. Walensky
What's
for an
happening?
important update
Let's
and
try
what our
again.
progress means for Americans.
Thank you,
Did
Andy.
not
Good
work.
afternoon. I'm pleased
Okay,
to
it's
be
not
back
working.
with you today. Let's begin with an overview of the data.
Maybe here?
Yesterday, CDC reported more than 34,200 new
Definitely
cases
not
of
here.
COVID-19.
Alright.
Our
Properties.
seven-day average is about
Open and stream.
36,800 cases per day.
Invalid
This represents
token.
yet
What are you
another
talking
decrease
about?
of about 23% from our prior 7-day
Okay,
average.
fuck it.
And every day with daily
We'll
cases
do it live.
continuing to fall, we remain encouraged by these positive trends. The 7-day average of hospital admissions is 4,100. Again, another
Whoa.
terrific sign with another
there.
back-to-back
No, not there.
decrease of 12%
No,
from
not
the
there.
previous 7-day period. And 7-day average daily deaths have also declined to 587
Okay.
per day.
Emulate.
Today, I have several exciting announcements to share
Do I
with
have to
you.
move it over here?
First, since becoming CDC
Emulate.
director, I have seen firsthand the current frail state of the public health infrastructure in this country.
It's not working.
Upgrading the public health
So
system,
confused.
The nation is ready for whatever comes next. With this in mind, today we are announcing the upcoming release of $7.4 billion in funding from the American Rescue Plan to hire, train, and support public health workers.
I feel like it should
across
just
the
work.
country,
This is
reflective
their
of the diversity
OBS.
within the communities they serve. Over half of the money being released, $4.4 billion, will support states and localities, creating tens of thousands of new jobs in communities across America, expanding our overstretched public health departments with new hires to support their COVID-19 efforts. And $3 billion will be focused on preparing these same jurisdictions
Don't
for
make me
a
go
future
back to
pandemic
Streamlabs,
and to
'cause I
build
will.
a public health workforce for the future. Though many threats have increased in complexity and scale in
Wonderful,
recent
love
years,
it.
our nation's public health workforce has gotten smaller. This support will immediately add more staff in health departments across the country. It will add school nurses to K-12 schools to support safe
Stream
reopening
setup, edit
operations and
widgets,
support
data.
vaccinations as vaccines are authorized for younger people. It will expand the number of CDC
Sorry,
academic
guys, I
intelligence
keep
service
meaning to-
officers, our elite disease detectives,
I
to
swear to
respond
God,
to local
I
outbreaks
updated
and
it.
help curb the pandemic. It will expand public health career paths, recruit and train a diverse group of future public health leaders, and launch a public health AmeriCorps to recruit a strong, diverse, and highly skilled workforce that is ready to respond. And it will create new programs intended to increase staffing at
Just
our
a
nation's
second,
laboratories and build preparedness for the future.
Edit it.
We are really excited
that's
about
great.
what this support will mean for our nation's public health capability now and into the future.
I swear,
Second, last night I endorsed the recommendations of CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, making the Pfizer vaccine available to anyone who is 12 years and older. I want to thank the ACIP for reviewing the science and providing their recommendations on the safety and
Okay,
efficacy
even
of
this is like
vaccines
not
in
loading for
adolescents.
some reason.
This is an
It's
important
pretty
step
irritating.
forward in our efforts to vaccinate as
But
many
whatever.
people as possible and to
Close
stop
this.
the pandemic. And finally, I want to provide continuously gathering data and evidence to inform our guidance and decision making. We
I
now
should
have
really
numerous
change my
reports in the
my chat
literature that
settings too.
demonstrate the safety and
Actually,
real-world effectiveness of the authorized vaccine. On this slide, there are 3 recently published studies, one from Israel published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, or JAMA, on the top, and 2 from the United States, both published in CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report, which all show that COVID-19 vaccines work. In Israel, there was a demonstrated 97% vaccine effectiveness against symptomatic and 86% effectiveness against asymptomatic infection in 5,000 healthcare workers. In the United States, vaccines were 90% effective against any infection in nearly 4,000 healthcare workers and 94% effective against hospitalizations from COVID-19 in an evaluation across 24 hospitals in 14 states. Additionally, we are accumulating data that our authorized vaccines are effective against the variants that are circulating in this country. On this slide, you can see a study published just last week that demonstrates how effective the Pfizer vaccine is against the common circulating variants in the United States, B117, as well as other variants like B1351. Additional studies confirm that the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines are also effective against circulating variants. Finally, we know that in the rare event that people get infected after a vaccine, the resulting infection is more likely to have a lower viral load, be shorter in duration, and likely less risky of transmission to others. Considering all of these factors, the data on vaccine effectiveness, the science on their ability to protect against circulating variants, and our growing understanding of the low risk of transmission to others, combined with universal access to vaccines for those 12 and older, today, CDC is updating our guidance for fully vaccinated people. Anyone who is fully vaccinated can participate in indoor and outdoor activities, large or small.
Okay, seriously though, like, why can't I get?
so
So
If you are
mad.
fully vaccinated, you can start doing the things that you had stopped doing.
Why can't I get the overlay to work?
We have all longed for this moment when we can get back to some sense of normalcy. Based on the continuing downward trajectory of cases, the scientific data on the
It's got to be a
performance of the
browser
vaccine,
source, I'm
and
pretty
our
sure.
understanding of how the virus spreads, that moment has come for those who are fully vaccinated. Now, if you are immune compromised, you will most definitely want to talk to your doctor before giving up your mask. Also, locations such as healthcare facilities will continue to follow their specific infection control recommendations. And
Set the
lastly,
URL to the
this
page
past
you'd like
year
to
has
display.
shown us that this virus can be unpredictable. So if things get worse, there is always a chance we may need to make change to these recommendations. But we know that the more people are vaccinated, the less cases we will have, and the less chance of a new spike or additional variants emerging.
what the fuck is
If you develop symptoms,
Oh,
you should
God,
put your mask back
dude.
on and get tested.
Okay, fuck that. Let's see. Anti-maskers ready to start masking to protect themselves from the vaccinated. The anti-vaccine conspiracy about the vaccinated are leading some anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers to contemplate wearing a mask and social distance. What the fuck is this? Yeah, if you have the ability to get vaccinated, definitely go out and get it. You'll feel a little crappy for like a couple of days, but it's worth it. By the way, guys, not to get on the topic of penises again, but COVID infection can contribute towards getting erectile dysfunction. So, if you want your penis to continue working properly, maybe you want to get vaccinated. Okay, a conspiracy working through the anti-vax world may
Why aren't
finally
you
drive
working?
some
Oh my
anti-maskers to
god, I'm so
cancel
mad.
Wear a
The
mask
hell?
and keep their distance. Who could have seen it? Who saw it? Who did this? Honestly, who did it? A
Save.
conspiracy, yeah, a
Copy
conspiracy
link.
which comes in several shapes and
Properties.
sizes, more or less says the vaccinated will shed certain proteins onto the unvaccinated, who will then suffer adverse effects. The
Emulate.
main worry
Does it? Do I just need to make this way bigger?
Main
I'm
worry
so
is this
confused,
shedding
dude.
will cause irregular menstruation, infertility, and miscarriages. Really? Miscarriages? Never mind that, like, getting COVID causes birth defects in a lot of women. Okay. The entirely baseless
Alright.
idea is a key cog in a larger conspiracy that COVID-19 was a ploy to depopulate the world, and the vaccine is what will cull the masses.
Okay, we're gonna move on to some Warzone.
Experts say the conspiracy is born from a fundamental misunderstanding of how vaccines work. It's been widely debunked, and you can read about it. Anti-vax influencers are instructing their fellow anti-vaxxers as well as anti-maskers. At this point, two communities overlap to a huge degree that one of the best ways to defend themselves in this plight is to co-opt social distancing, the very strategy they have long decried. Sherry Tenpenny, an anti-vaxxer who was found to be key in spreading COVID-19 conspiracy theories, suggested on a recent anti-vax live stream that you may have to stay away from somebody who's had these shots forever. This is just own the libs with extra steps. Yeah, I guess. Just telling me. Another prominent anti-vaxxer suggested quarantining people who have been vaccinated. There's something being passed from people who are shot up with this poison to others who have not gotten the shot. They should also have a badge on their arms that say, "I've been vaccinated," even though it's not a vaccine, so we know to avoid them on the street, to not go near them anywhere in society, he said. What the fuck? We live in Nazi Germany now? What's going on? I'm going to be watching these vaccine shedding stories like a hawk, wrote another man on Twitter. Is my family going to need to wear masks to protect ourselves when they're vaccinated? That can't be real. This can't be real. This cannot be real. Please. Please. How is this real? What is going on? Are you serious? Are they sure that this person was not trolling?
Let's go. Where are we going, guys?
All right.
Sounds good, Dan. Yeah, dude, I think we'll pick you up after this game. One of
Oh.
my buddies said he was gonna join us, but he's AFK, bro. So if you're okay with joining me while he joins up, that'd be cool, man. Cause he's playing zombies in Cold War, so he said he's taking a while. So I'm sure you can run a couple games with us if that's cool with you. The rails, dude, what a fail, man. Are you kidding, bro? I'm already getting hit in the air.
Let's hop in. We'll do it again. I said, let's hop in. We'll do it again. We'll hop in. We do it again. We will do it all again. Oh. Oh. Whoa. You got 10? 10 viewers, Modern
Kind
Conservative.
of.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying
If that's not what you're saying, then
A
what
love
are you saying?
argument.
I'm just saying that we need to get more players in the game as soon as possible, because if it's just Elon Musk, it's going to always just be Elon. Not always, but for the foreseeable future, it's only going to be Elon Musk. Because as soon as that happens, it's going to be such an influx of money Of course, assuming that money is still
Hey,
factor, right?
I'm gonna head out, guys. It was nice meeting you.
Take care, Em.
Hope to see you again.
Nice to be met.
Yeah. Peace out.
Hello?
Oh man.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Just
I'm
ended it.
content.
That's funny.
And what are your political beliefs?
Goodness. Bit forward.
My word. Yes.
I would say. I know I.
He did just like jump right
Give it to
into
me
it.
straight,
That's crazy.
Mr. Britt.
That's funny.
Well, thank you for recognizing that I'm British. I would probably class myself as being on a brush stroke to be centre right,
Ah, yes.
or otherwise known as conservative.
Good sir. I am very far right.
Are you, dear?
Yes, quite.
Quite.
So how conservative are we talking? Like a little, or just a brush, or a painting?
I would also, but I would also add other by names to myself under the
Okay, we're not doing that.
Alright, he's heading towards Snowy.
I just need to see who's on today. Alright. Looks like we are gonna go right in solo.
Yo, Jun Duval. How's it going, brother? Things going great, man. How about yourself?
Oh, Danny boy.
Oh, here I thought I was gonna have to
You just-
ride solo.
I knew there was somebody here.
You just button fucked me so hard. Oh boy.
oh,
Oh
man.
boy.
What was going on in your game?
Picked up to my boy.
Well, we're in the middle of like a fight, and Reaganomics didn't have a gun, so I was trying to drop him one, and I went to press drop right when I get an invite, and so it joined you.
Oh no.
The same button. Well, oh well. Anything can happen. Oh, well, so we had a full squad, but I'll just tell them they're running without me.
No, you're good. I can team up with some other people, so feel free to join back up with them.
Well, let me see if they're gonna play the game out. Then I'm just not gonna. I'll just play with you. But if they're gonna leave for me, then I'd feel bad if I left them.
Oh, what the hell, dude? No dubs. Yeah, Yun Duval, I don't know if you felt the same thing I have felt, bro. I feel like lately, most of the games in Warzone, they have been very sweaty, bro. I think it's been a little tough getting a couple wins. Like, I know we've
All right, yeah, they're still playing.
or top
See who I got.
bro. For some reason, one thing or another
Got
ends up
Cody.
happening in the game.
Who's your daddy?
So